Well, good morning, good afternoon. Sorry, bad throat. Good morning. Let's do that again. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. जहां से भी आप लोग जुड़े हैं इस live stream पर. Once again, I've got my coffee culture, Bhilwara coffee mug. I've got cricket on my mind. I've got lots to discuss, and I've got all of you lovely people here watching us on the channel called Are You Here for the Cricket, brought to you by Dafa News. आज के लाइव स्ट्रीम में हम थोड़ी चर्चा करेंगे कल की खबर में. बड़ी बड़ी खबर, the three squads for the upcoming tour of South Africa that starts this month, in fact, in about a week, with T20Is, ODIs, and then two test matches. Yes, just two test matches. Can you believe India's next assignment of the WTC is just two test matches? Strange are the ways of the modern cricket schedule. But anyways, कल जो तीन स्क्वाड्स अनाउंस किए गए थे, मैं यहीं पे आपके साथ जुड़ा था तकरीबन 45 मिनट के लिए. एंड यू एंड आई वर ऑल गोइंग बैक एंड फोर्थ. वी वर रीडिंग स्टफ ऑन व्हाट्सएप, वी वर रीडिंग थिंग्स ऑन ट्विटर. आई वाज गेटिंग द ऑड मैसेज हियर फ्रॉम पीपल. खबर ये थी कि रोहित शर्मा टी20 में कप्तानी करेंगे और विराट कोहली नहीं रहेंगे एंड ऑल दिस स्टफ. इट टर्न्ड आउट दैट ऑल ऑफ दोज वर बोगस रिपोर्ट्स, because at 8:06 when on my WhatsApp and on my email, the BCCI update came and I saw the squad. There was no Rohit Sharma. KL Rahul is also not part of the T20I squad. Virat Kohli, like I said, would not be part of the T20 squad. Just like I kept saying, रोहित शर्मा नहीं बनेंगे. बहुत लोग लगा था कि दो तीन जो रिपोर्ट्स आए थे मीडिया आउटलेट्स में कि वो कप्तानी करेंगे. I kept saying this very very strange. Why would they go back to him right now? जो भी खबर है, and I think the BCCI adding a second tweet about KL Rahul and Virat Kohli opting for rest, it's just giving me mixed signals. क्योंकि बहुत सारे लोगों ने ये कहा था और कुछ मीडिया आउटलेट्स पे खबरें भी छपी थी कि विराट कोहली has opted to rest the white ball leg of the tour, which makes perfect sense. Those were accurate reports. But what happened to the reports of Rohit Sharma कैप्टनिंग? अगर रोहित शर्मा बिल्कुल विराट कोहली की तरह सिलेक्टर्स और बीसीसीआई से कहते कि भाई आप मुझे भी रेस्ट दे दो, तो ऐसी खबरें हमारे इंडियन मीडिया आउटलेट्स में जरूर छपती. The fact that no such report was there, are you saying to me that Rohit Sharma did not inform the selectors of his decision to be rested for the white ball legs? Are you telling me कि उस सिलेक्शन मीटिंग के बीच कल दोपहर को और शाम को जब सिलेक्टर्स यहीं दिल्ली में मिले थे, क्या उस बीच रोहित शर्मा ने यह फैसला लिया कि भैया मुझे मत ले लो? समथिंग इज नॉट एडिंग अप. दाल में कुछ तो काला है. क्योंकि जब विराट कोहली रेस्ट वाली खबर आई थी तो रोहित शर्मा वाली खबर क्यों नहीं आए थे, और कुछ मीडिया आउटलेट्स क्यों कह रहे थे कि रोहित शर्मा जरूर खेलेंगे? ऑफ कोर्स there's a very very fine line between what is leaked from a room. So I understand the very common misconception that sometimes we get as reporters, but I just think it leads down to the whole uncertainty. That's the bigger picture. It's not about what report was right, what report was wrong, who leaked the news, what is happening. It's all about why the uncertainty. अभी भी अगले साल के T20 वर्ल्ड कप को लेकर विराट कोहली, रोहित शर्मा और केएल राहुल की प्रेजेंस को लेकर इतनी अनसर्टेनिटी क्यों है? हार्दिक पांड्या, मानता हूं हार्दिक पांड्या फिलहाल इंजर्ड है. ही इज रिकवरिंग. ही वाज नॉट गोइंग टू लीड द इंडियन टीम इन साउथ अफ्रीका. But equally, I would have been very, very surprised. Like I said yesterday on that live stream, I would be very, very surprised if after 1 year on from Rohit Sharma's previous T20I, अचानक वो उन्हें वापस कप्तानी देंगे. तो सूर्य कुमार यादव will lead in South Africa. India's next assignment is three T20Is in January, literally 4 days after the South Africa tour ends. Three T20Is against Afghanistan. उसके बाद 5 टेस्ट मैच है इंग्लैंड के साथ और फिर सीधे आईपीएल. तो क्या इन T20Is और फिर अफगानिस्तान के सामने T20Is के बेसिस पर सिलेक्टर डिसाइड करेंगे कि T20 वर्ल्ड कप कैसे बनेगा? आई एम नॉट सो श्योर. आई एम नॉट अ फैन ऑफ केएल राहुल इन T20s. I think the team has spent a lot of time on him trying to figure out where he best is suited. He's not been doing things for the last year or so. Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma, like I've been saying, perhaps the team needs to move on from them. They might come back for the Afghanistan series, highly unlikely. They might come back for the T20I World Cup, but right now, in what is probably your second last or perhaps third last T20I series before the T20 World Cup next year in the month of June, what signals are we, the cricket fans, the cricket analysts, anyone with more than a passing interest in Indian cricket, what are we supposed to glean from the fact that KL Rahul, Virat Kohli, and Rohit Sharma are not part of India's immediate T20I series in South Africa? बहुत बहुत समय है अभी तक और कुछ भी हो सकता है अंतर्राष्ट्रीय क्रिकेट में. But for me, the major takeaway, and there are other takeaways, Sanju Samson's return, despite not doing anything recently in the Vijay Hazare Trophy or the Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy. Suryakumar Yadav, has he been arrested or has he been dropped from the one day team? We still don't have clarity about that. Jasprit Bumrah is back in the test team. Shreyas Iyer is back in the test team. No Rahane, no Pujara. Not a surprise at all. Pujara, it seems the team had moved on from him after the WTC final back in the month of June. And then Rahane is struggling in the West Indies. To my mind, very, very obvious that he would not be there. Jaiswal not there in the one day team. Unfortunate. But again, हम लोग काफी दिन से बात कर रहे हैं कि जब इंडियन सिलेक्टर्स उन बड़े बड़े खिलाड़ियों को वापस बुलाएंगे तो कौन से युवा खिलाड़ी बाहर जाएंगे. Good for Rinku Singh that he's also been added to the one day squad. Good for Sai Sudarshan. मगर बात वही है कि जब बड़े प्लेयर्स वापस आ जाएंगे तो क्या मैसेज दिया जाएगा इन सपोर्टिंग प्लेयर्स को. Lots to discuss in today's live stream as we talk about the takeaways from India's three squads announced yesterday by the BCCI selectors in New Delhi. ठीक है. Let's see what you, the cricket fans, are saying. बहुत बहुत comments तो already आ चुके हैं और मैं समझता हूँ बहुत और भी आएंगे क्योंकि ये बड़ा ही hot topic है कल. गौरव कह रहे time change. आई yeah, I was supposed to go live at 10:30, but then I got a call from a casting agency who wanted to talk to me for a pretty big role, so I need to wrap that audition by this evening and send it off. That's why quickly I changed the time to 11:30. Swapnil keh rahe hain, how can we expect to win 2024 T20 World Cup if the same team that played in 21 and 22 World Cup will be playing again? It seems like the batting order in the T20 World Cup next year will be the same as this year's ODI World Cup. A valid concern. Swapnil, one second, let me take a sip of my coffee. Which just brings me back to 6 months ago when the squad was announced for the WTC final. The same 11, almost barring one player, that failed to beat New Zealand in 2021 and then struggled in England. That same batting order was reproduced for the WTC final against Australia this year. If you're going back to players who've not been at their optimum best for a sustained period, it just beggars belief why the selectors would go back to them. So I get your sentiment, but we know it's the BCCI, it's the selectors. We've always gotten mixed signals from whenever they meet. And I agree with you. Why are we going back 2 years? But then, just like we were on October 20th, the morning after that heartbreaking one day World Cup loss, did we not go back exactly 10 years to where we were? So, unfortunately, Indian cricket rarely thinks forward. It lives in the present and it looks too much at the past. Manish keh rahe hain, good morning. Selecting Mukesh Kumar for 3 formats shows lack of good pacers. I seriously don't understand what Mukesh Kumar is doing in all 3 formats. Where is Yash Thakur? Where is Mohsin Khan? Where is Shivam Mavi? Where is Umran Malik? You have younger players. Why are you going to 31-year-old pace bowlers who barely bowl in excess of 135? It's not like मैं ये नहीं मानता कि हमारे पास टैलेंट नहीं है. बहुत बहुत टैलेंट है. आईपीएल देखिए, युवा तेज गेंदबाज आ रहे हैं, लेकिन क्यों वो युवा तेज गेंदबाज सेलेक्ट नहीं हो रहे? मुद्दा ये है. Hello Shubham, I've got a bad feeling IPL 2024 will have negative bleed on effect into T20 Cup due to proximity of dates. I've said this half a dozen times in the last few shows when we've discussed the T20 World Cup. Ideally, it should not come down to who scores runs, who takes wickets a month before the T20 World Cup, but we all know in our heart of hearts कि वही होगा. So I'm on the same page as you. स्वप्निल saying Uganda qualified. अरे भाई युगांडा को रहने दो यार. युगांडा के बारे में बात नहीं करना है मुझे. ना ही मुझे जिम्बाब्वे के बात में कर रहे. माफ करना दोस्त. Let's talk about the takeaways from yesterday's selection. Memes were saying, sir, I feel new player like Rinku Jaiswal don't have fear of failure. We should try them in World Cup. भाई बिल्कुल बिल्कुल मैं ये कब से कह रहा हूं, रिंकू सिंह और जायसवाल T20 वर्ल्ड कप खेलेंगे. अगर इंजर्ड नहीं हुए तो ये 2 खिलाड़ी खेलेंगे. आप ये वनडे स्क्वाड और T20 स्क्वाड को देखिए जो कल अनाउंस किया गया. कितने सारे लेफ्ट हैंडर्स हैं उनमें. तिलक वर्मा, साई सुदर्शन, रिंकू, Ishan Kishan, Akshay Patel, Jadeja. The team seems to want a lot of left-handers. But let's not forget the biggest left-hander who's on his way back from rehab, Rishabh Pant. वो भी 6-7 महीने बाद जरूर वापस आएंगे. Good morning, Biplab. Why is Akshay not part of T20 and SA? Not sure. There was no press conference. There was no explanation. Who knows? But they've gone for Jadeja. That's a negative mood. Utsav is saying 25 for 3-4 good numbers, bud. हाँ कल के मैच में कल का रात यार फिगर्स आपको अच्छे दिखेंगे. ठीक ठाक फिगर्स है, लेकिन उसमें यार 2 चौके गए थे बिल्कुल गंदी गंदी बॉल पे, और मैंने 5 वाइड भी डाले। तो अगर आप 5 वाइड हटाते और 2 बेकार बॉल हटाते, तो आई कुड हैव हैड 3 for like, I don't know, 12 or something. But anyways, thanks for noticing. It was a good match. काफी फॉग था कल यहाँ नोएडा में, फॉग चल रहा है। क्रिक मेनियक जेमी बाय बताते ई, the news about Rohit was bogus. It was absolutely bogus. I was with you all for 45 minutes and I kept saying, why Rohit, क्यों Rohit, और खबर वही निकली, नहीं है वो। You know how BCCI is treating Rev Sports, hence to get some eyeballs they keep. Yes, I know the Rev Sports connection. जय भाई, क्या जड्डू अभी T20 के लिए सुपर प्लेयर है? नहीं मेरे दोस्त, बिल्कुल नहीं है। Utsav, you just beat me by 1 second. Ha, well done, Hardik bhai. Shukriya. How Jadeja got vice captaincy for T20s and Akshar discarded suddenly? What sort of favoritism is this? I'm also struggling to comprehend that, my friends. I'm also struggling. Vinny Sharma is back. He's saying KL still being considered as a captain shows BCI doesn't care anymore about the Indian team's legacy. बिल्कुल सही कहा आपने, आई एम ऑन द सेम पेज, मैं कह चुका हूं बहुत बार यही बात। सोनू कुमार कह रहे हैं आईपीएल एंड अदर लीग क्रिकेट हैज रूइंड द इंटरनेशनल क्रिकेट। Not ruined, but definitely had an impact. Both positive in terms of talent coming through and exposure, but also there is a lot of negativity. मैं आपकी बात से सहमत हूं। Abhishek Agarwal is saying one thing I found amusing was change in T20 vice captain from Ruturaj to Shreyas to Jadeja in just 2 series. बिल्कुल सही कहा, बिल्कुल सही ऑब्जर्वेशन, बट ये काफी समय से चल रहा है। दिस इज वन ऑफ द थिंग्स व्हिच आई होल्ड अगेंस्ट द रवि शास्त्री विराट कोहली कॉम्बिनेशन। बहुत साल तक टीम टॉप पे रही, परफॉर्मेंसेस बहुत अच्छी रही, घर पे बाहर पे 2 सीरीज जीती ऑस्ट्रेलिया में, but one of their failings was the inability to groom the next leader, which is why you saw them go to Rahane for a while, why you saw them go to KL Rahul for 2 tours. Just doesn't make sense. आपको एक ऋषभ पंत टाइप प्लेयर को या श्रेयस अय्यर टाइप प्लेयर को बोलना चाहिए कि भाई अगर आप कंसिस्टेंट रहेंगे तो 4 साल के बाद हम आपको कैप्टन बनाएंगे। अभी तक ये टीम केएल राहुल के पास जा रही है, अभी तक ऋतुराज के पास जा रही है, जडेजा, आई मीन सीएसके प्रूव्ड कि जडेजा नहीं है लीडरशिप लायक। तो ऑल्सो केएल राहुल और जडेजा ये कभी भी अपने स्टेट टीम्स को, रिप्रेजेंटेटिव टीम्स को कैप्टन नहीं कर चुके हैं, तो अचानक टीम ने ऐसा क्या देखा इनमें कि वो टीम को लीड कर पाएंगे? स्ट्रेंज। शुभम सिंह, जय भाई, आपको ये नहीं लगता है कि बीसीसीआई को हमारे प्लेयर्स, I get your point. This has been discussed for 10 years now, but unfortunately, the stakeholders of the IPL have such a tight clause. They don't want their players being exposed to other leagues. They want to keep the exclusivity. They don't want them getting injured. Why Indian players are not allowed to go and play in overseas leagues until they've retired and taken an NOC? It's purely business interest, nothing else. Rahul is back. He's saying, how do you rate ODI team for SA Tour? S. Sai Sudarshan is a good player. Bilkul, I would have wanted to see a full strength team with Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli go to South Africa. But Baki, theek thaak hai. Jaiswal, I think Jaiswal is a name I would have wanted to see there. But good for Sai Sudarshan. Mirza ya Rahim Beg. Oh, we've got a KL Rahul fan. Kya baat hai? Tali, tali. KL Rahul should be next captain of Team India after Rohit Sharma. I don't know where you see leadership skills in him, but आपकी राय है, मैं आपकी राय को अग्री नहीं करूंगा, लेकिन आपकी राय है, कोई बात नहीं। उत्सव is saying, Sonu Kumar, if we aren't winning anything, that doesn't mean international cricket is doing. बिल्कुल सही कह रहे हो। Every major team has won at least one IC trophy since 2013, except for SAF. बात तो सही है, बिल्कुल सही है। Dhruv is saying, hi Jamie, this is our best chance to win a test series. No, my friend, the last time was the best chance. You had a very good team. South Africa were slightly underprepared. They had some struggling players. They were in transition. You were up 1-0, but then you lost 2 matches. I'm not giving this team a chance this time. Last time the team went in December of 2021, that to my mind was the best chance. इस बार also 2 test match में क्या होगा? 2 test match में आप एक हार गए तो आप जीत नहीं पाओगे. And I don't think this Indian team can beat that South African team twice in 2 tests. नहीं भैया, माफी चाहूंगा, लेकिन मैं बहुत नेगेटिव हूँ इस टेस्ट सीरीज को लेकर. Why Gill is rested? He should have been rested in T20. I said, bilkul, exactly what I said yesterday also. Why is Gill not there? Jay bhai, no Rohit, no Kohli, no Rahane, no Pujara. क्या अब हम चीजें बदलते हुए देख रहे हैं? देखिए, रहाणे और पुजारा का टेस्ट टीम में होना ये कोई नई बात नहीं है. मैंने पिछले साल भी कहा था, सॉरी मैंने 6 महीने पहले कहा था, जब हम लोग WTC फाइनल स्क्वाड के बारे में बात कर रहे थे और उसके बाद वेस्ट इंडीज टूर के बारे में, मैंने कहा था कोई फायदा नहीं है इन दोनों को खिलाकर, तो वो नहीं है. रोहित, नो कोहली, अगेन अगर सूत्रों के अनुसार हम चलें तो दोनों ने रेस्ट मांगा है। आई डोंट थिंक रोहित और कोहली टी20 खेलेंगे कभी, या उन्हें खेलना चाहिए। अब डेफिनेटली उन दोनों को 2 साल तक, जैसे मैंने कल कहा था, परसों कहा था, नरसों में कहा था, रोहित शर्मा और विराट कोहली, आई वुड लाइक टू सी देम अगले 2 साल तक वनडे टीम में रहे। बेशक एक आध सीरीज स्किप करे अपने आप को फिट और फ्रेश रखने के लिए, लेकिन 2025 चैंपियंस ट्रॉफी दोनों का टारगेट होना चाहिए। और उस टारगेट को ध्यान में रखते हुए उस बीच अगले 18, 19, 20 महीने में दोनों दिग्गज खिलाड़ियों को अगला लीडरशिप कैप्टन को ग्रूम करना चाहिए। दे नीड टू लीड दिस टीम थ्रू अ फेज ऑफ ट्रांजिशन। आप एक चुटकी में प्लेयर को ड्रॉप नहीं कर सकते, या प्लेयर्स को रिटायर नहीं होना चाहिए ट्रांजिशन के समय पर। एंड लेट्स फेस इट, दिस टीम इज गोइंग टू ट्रांजिशन इन द टेस्ट एंड वनडे फेजेस। आई वुड लाइक टू सी रोहित शर्मा एंड विराट कोहली कंटिन्यू until the 2025 Champions Trophy. Anup is saying Rohit Virat direct into T20 World Cup like they did in 50 over World Cup. No, 50 over World Cup, there was no doubt that Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma were not going to be there. They were playing almost every one-day series. In fact, they played every single one-day series leading up to the Asia Cup, and then they won the Asia Cup. But T20 में जब एक साल और 20 दिन हो गए, एक साल और 3 हफ्ते हो गए आपके पिछले T20 मैच से, फिर तो अभी अचानक हार्दिक पांड्या को साइड करना, जायसवाल, रिंकू, तिलक, साई सुदर्शन, इन प्लेयर को साइड करना, सिर्फ 2 सीनियर के लिए लाना T20 वर्ल्ड कप के लिए, मेरे साथ तो ठीक नहीं बैठता ये। Nihar is saying, is Samson Chahal no picks 50 overs? Will they play? No. Nihar, understand this if you already don't know this. Do not even connect back-to-back series, back-to-back squad selection with anything. जो अभी टीम जा रही है वो हो सके अफगानिस्तान सीरीज के लिए या T20 सीरीज के लिए पूरा अलग हो। तो do not fall into the trap of comparing what we're seeing for 3 ODIs against South Africa to something that's going to happen in 2 years. Absolutely no bearing, no bearing. Why did the press conferences stop after the World Cup? Nobody wants to be accountable. Nobody wants to admit that we made problems. Nobody wants the media shouting and pointing fingers. Fingers, sorry. Abhishek Bhusre, what do you think of the changes in today's playing length because of Shreyas' inclusion in team as vice captain? Someone's going to have to go out, and it looks like Tilak Verma will go out because all said and done, Gaikwad got 100 in the last match. Shubham saying, sorry, this might be a stupid question. No, well, yes, there are stupid questions, but let's hear yours. Why do senior players like Virat and Rohit not want to finish their careers on a high in the most prominent trophies like T20 ODI, but instead Test? I don't have an answer because I've not spoken to them, but जितना भी मैं cricket cover कर चुका हूँ 18 साल में, I've spoken to Rohit, I've spoken to Virat at various stages, and you can see the clippings behind me. Both of them, on the record and off the record, in many times have said कि हमारे लिए टेस्ट क्रिकेट ही सबसे महत्वपूर्ण फॉर्मेट है। रोहित शर्मा एंड विराट कोहली इन द हार्ट ऑफ हार्ट्स प्रॉब्ली अंडरस्टैंड कि राइट नाउ अगर हम अब तक टीम को T20 वर्ल्ड कप नहीं जिता पाए पिछले 3-4 एडिशन में, तो अगले साल भैया हमसे नहीं हो पाएगा। हमने पूरी मेहनत की, हमने पूरी कोशिश करी वनडे वर्ल्ड कप जिताने की, नहीं हुआ। They should probably, like I said, they should probably be aiming to win the Champions Trophy. And I don't believe it's going to be T20. I believe they'll stick to the one-day format. I would like to see, basically they have nothing to prove. 5 साल आप खुद पूछिए, 5 साल के बाद क्या आप लोग सोचेंगे यार विराट कोहली ने T20 में क्या किया? I'm willing to bet most of you, many of you will say यार विराट कोहली वनडे में यार 50 शतक, यार टेस्ट में क्या था वो? Most of you, I'm guessing 5 years down the line, will not remember these two batsmen for what they achieved in international T20s. Just my feeling. Please correct me if you're wrong. I'm willing to bet that 5 years down the line, when Virat and retired or long and Rohit are long retired, all of you here will remember when you think of them their outstanding achievements in one days and tests. और रही रोहित की बात, रोहित फाइनली बहुत साल बाद दोस्तों, पिछले 2 साल में रोहित शर्मा द टेस्ट प्लेयर finally consistency दिखाने लगे हैं. So why wouldn't he want to continue that for 2 more years? As the captain, he's finally started doing some amazing things as a test cricketer after 7-8 years of inconsistency and being in and out. He's an opener. He's a damn good opener. He's got runs in India. He's got runs in England. I would like to believe कि रोहित शर्मा ने कहा कि भाई अगर मैं 2 साल अपने आप को फिट रख पाऊं तो मैं अपना टेस्ट स्टेटस और भी एलिवेट कर सकता हूं और मैं कोशिश करके इंडियन टीम को WTC फाइनल एक बार तो जिता दूं. That's why I believe these two players want to end on a high in ODI and test. But I think in the heart of hearts they know कि भैया T20 वर्ल्ड कप अपन से नहीं होगा. Thoughts on irrelevant selection on Sanju? Strange. He still has better stats, way better stats when it comes to one-day cricket. Suryakumar Yadav is averaging in the 20s, and I think Sanju Samson averages 55. So if you look at purely one-day cricket, and this is something I've been saying since the month of January, I personally would have much wanted to see Sanju Samson based on his numbers, an average of 55 and an average of, I believe, 60 something just this year go to the one day World Cup more than Surya Kumar Yadav. Yes, Sanju Samson is overrated. He should not be given another chance in T20Is because that's where he's really failed in 20 odd matches. But if you look at his performances, he's got more 50s, more boundaries, a better average, and a better strike rate than Surya Kumar Yadav batting in the middle order. And unfortunately, the selectors did go for Surya Kumar Yadav, and we all saw what a failure he was. So I'm okay with Sanju Samson being picked in the ODI scheme of things. But again, we know he's going to be inconsistent. And more than that, the second that Rishabh Pant is back, Sanju Samson will be dropped. So I don't think it's irrelevant because Sanju Samson has really good one-day stats as compared to the total flop that is Suryakumar Yadav. But right now, what does the team have to gain from going to Sanju Samson one more time? Nothing. Shreyansh कह रहे, why does players like Russell and ABD comment on who should play? Because they know the Indian audience. They know the number of mad Indian cricket fans that will retweet and argue. These people just make comments for social media engagement. You think they care about Indian cricket? No, they want IPL contracts. Gill should open in test or bat at one down. Ideally, बहुत बार कह चुका हूं मैं. Ideally, शुभमन गिल का फ्यूचर मेरे हिसाब से नंबर 4 पे है जब भी जब भी विराट कोहली रिटायर लेंगे. But फिलहाल open. What's the problem with KL Rahul? Who knows? It's a question I've been asking for the last 15 months. What is the problem? What happened to KL Rahul post COVID or post that Karan Johar interview? Something changed in him. He's such a good-looking player with good shots with very defensive mindset. I have debated and discussed Akash. I guess you missed it. For the better part of the last 15, 18 months, I've discussed KL Rahul so many times to the point that I've been called anti-KL Rahul. Like I said, I'll say it one more time because I'm guessing you, my friend Akash Setia, you missed my past comments. Before Suryakumar Yadav came along, KL Rahul was doing Suryakumar Yadav level things. But something post-COVID, he just became defensive. I don't want to comment on the nature of his mental makeup. Not my place. That's a very sensitive topic. But something about him in certain matches, he shuts out. He bottles up. And I don't know ऐसे क्यों करते हैं वो. Swapnil, are V Chakravarti, Harshal Patel, Rahul Chair, and T Natarajan not being considered? Clearly, because they've not been picked. Somehow we end up taking Ashwin to World Cups out of nowhere. Yeah, I don't know what the Ashwin fascination is when it comes to white ball cricket. Yuzvindra in ODIs, your thoughts? Not required. You've got Kuldeep. You need to give Ravi Bishnoi more chances. But again, it's just 3 one-days. I have no doubt that Chahal will not be playing many one-days in the new year. It's just 3 one-days. Kuch bhi kar le selectors. In absence of Rohit, why Bumrah cannot be captain just like Pat Cummins? Well, you're comparing clearly a far more smarter bowler, a far more tactical person to Jasprit Bumrah. I'm a big fan of Bumrah, but what has he shown in terms of leadership that he should be given the captaincy? He looked lost when he captained India in that 5th test. So, not sure why you want to see Bumrah captain. I've seen nothing in his career that leads me to believe he could be a good captain. रविशंकर कह रहे हैं रोहित शर्मा. अबे यार अभिषेक त्रिपाठी का तुम कमेंट लेके आए हो. चलो ठीक है मैं पढ़ लेता हूँ. Rohit Sharma wanted the BCCI to immediately decide about the captaincy of the 2024 T20 World Cup. BCCI decided that will be the captain. Let me just say, the same reporter was saying something else 2 months ago, was saying something else 4 days ago. So do not base it, my friend. I think ये बात मैं आपको पहले भी कह चुका हूँ. Do not base your comments and do not paste someone else's views when you come here because I know how these guys operate. So ऐसा कुछ नहीं होने वाला है. Yashashvi and Shubman are part of T20Is and Test not ODIs. Hard to fathom selection. It is strange. KL will win orange cap और राहुल द्रविड़ अपने फेव को लेगा. ये आपने कल भी कमेंट किया था. सर आप बोले क्या देखा केएल राहुल में? सर केएल राहुल मुश्किल विकेट पर रन बनाए हैं, सेंचुरी बनाए हैं. हाँ बिल्कुल भाई दोस्त आपका जवाब उसी चीज को वैलिडेट कर रहा है जो मैं कह चुका हूं.
केएल राहुल द बैट्समैन, आपका सवाल था केएल राहुल द कैप्टन। आप शायद नए आए हो इस स्ट्रीम पर, मैं बहुत बहुत दोस्त ये बात मैं बता चुका हूं कि जिस व्यक्ति ने अंडर 14 लेवल के बाद से कभी भी कप्तानी नहीं करी, ना अपने अंडर 15 कैप्टनसी करी, ना अंडर 17, ना अंडर 19, ना रणजी, ना डोमेस्टिक, जिस व्यक्ति ने अंडर 14 लेवल से कभी भी कप्तानी नहीं करी, और जब भी आप देख सकते हैं जब भी उन्होंने आईपीएल में कैप्टनसी करी तो एक सीजन को छोड़कर आप पंजाब को देख लिए, 3 साल तक केएल राहुल ने पंजाब टीम की कैप्टनसी करी, पंजाब फ्रेंचाइज। उन 3 सालों में टीम कहां पड़ी, कभी 7 कभी 6। और जब भी केएल राहुल को इंडियन टीम की कैप्टनसी दी गई तो वो बंदा इतना लॉस्ट लगा। साउथ अफ्रीका में विराट कोहली न्यू ईयर्स टेस्ट जैन 2022, केएल राहुल को विराट कोहली को बैक स्पैज्म हुआ और केएल राहुल को रातों रात कैप्टनसी दिया गया। वो बंदा इतना लॉस्ट लगा और हम वो टेस्ट हार गए। पिछले साल दिसंबर में जब रोहित शर्मा इंजर्ड हो गए तो केएल राहुल को 2 बांग्लादेश टेस्ट के लिए कैप्टन बनाया गया। दूसरे मैच पर शायद आपने ये देखा नहीं, दूसरे मैच पर जब कुलदीप यादव को ड्रॉप किया गया, कुलदीप यादव ने कुछ 40-42 रन बनाए, 8 विकेट लिए। अगली टेस्ट में केएल राहुल ने इनको ड्रॉप किया, और जब वो टॉस पे आए थे तो उनको मालूम था कि टॉस पे जो आएंगे संजय मांजरेकर या जो भी था वो पूछेंगे उनको कंट्रोवर्शियल कुलदीप यादव ओमिशन के बारे में। और आपको याद है उस बंदे ने क्या कहा? उसने मुस्कुराते हुए कहा, ऐसी बातों पर मैं नहीं बोल सकता, मैं पिच कंडीशंस और टीम सिलेक्शन के बारे में बात नहीं करता, मैं ये बात दिग्गज प्लेयर्स के लिए छोड़ता हूं। मैंने कहा भाई आप इंडियन टीम के कप्तान हो और आप ये कह रहे हो कि कंडीशंस और प्लेइंग 11 मैं और लोग के ऊपर छोड़ता हूं। मैंने तभी कहा था, मैं लाइव था, मैंने कहा था कि केएल राहुल को जिस बंदे ने कैप्टेंसी दिया उसको उसी दिन इस्तीफा देकर फौरन ड्रेसिंग रूम से बाहर करना चाहिए। केएल राहुल के अंदर ऐसा कुछ नहीं दिखाई दिया 14 साल की उम्र में, अब तक कितने 31-32 के हैं वो, कि वो लीडरशिप है। आपका जो दूसरा कमेंट है वो पूरा तरह से सही है बैटिंग को लेकर, लेकिन क्योंकि एक इंसान बैटिंग करते हैं, अच्छी विकेट पर बैटिंग करते हैं, इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि वो कैप्टन नहीं, कि वो कैप्टन बन सकते हैं। आप शायद थोड़ा कम क्रिकेट देखते हैं, केएल राहुल ने कभी भी किसी चीज को सीरियसली नहीं लिया बैटिंग के अलावा। और जो फैक्ट्स मैं कह रहा हूं आप देख सकते हैं, यूट्यूब पर सारी बातें हैं, हॉटस्टार और दूसरे एप्स पर हाईलाइट से आप जाके देखिए, आप उनके प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस देखिए, आप उनके टॉस के बाद कमेंट्स देखिए, साफ मालूम पड़ता है कि केएल राहुल कप्तान के लायक नहीं है। सो प्लीज डू नॉट कंफ्यूज हिज बैटिंग अचीवमेंट्स विथ हिज कैप्टनसी मेरिट। ही इज नॉट अ कैप्टन, ही इज अ डिजास्टर वेटिंग टू हैपन। क्रिक मेनिया कह रहे जेमी भाई कीप योर चैनल नेम एज समथिंग लाइक क्रिकेट विद जेमी। यू नो व्हाट, दिस इज गुड, आई वाज वांटिंग टू आस्क यू ऑल, आप लोग जो इतने लॉयली आते हैं मेरे चैनल पर हर दिन, आई वांट टू गिव अ न्यू नेम। तो अगले शो पे मैं आपसे पूछूंगा, आप लोग यहां भी कमेंट कर सकते हैं, और जो आपके कमेंट में से मुझे सबसे बेहतर नाम रखा, आई वांट टू चेंज माय नेम टू समथिंग व्हिच हैज अ बेटर हुक, क्रिकेट विद जेमी। क्रिक मेनिया इज अ वेरी वेरी लॉयल पर्सन, ही इज सेइंग keep your channel something like Cricket with Jamie. Do you like that? I'm going to write down this suggestion and I'm going to go over it. But I want to give all of you the chance, जो loyal viewers हैं पिछले 3-4 साल से, आपके मन में what is the shortest, most precise app name for this channel? And thank you, Crick Maniac, for starting this discussion. आपको नहीं लगता है स्पॉन्सर्स कोहली और रोहित को चाहते हैं अमेरिका में? नहीं, स्पॉन्सर्स चाहते हैं, बट स्पॉन्सर से हर चीज तो नहीं होता ना दोस्त। Can Ashwin make a comeback if Rohit becomes T20 captain? I would hope not. No, 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 no. SS98 is back. India 11 versus SAT. I'm assuming this is for the T20, right? The first match? Okay. Gill, Jaiswal, Shreyas, Sky, Rinku Chite, Jadeja, Chahar, Ashdeep, Siraj. तो आपने ईशान किशन को ड्रॉप किया है और आपने देश को लिया है। जडेजा, आई डोंट नो व्हाई ही इज देयर, बट यू, आई मीन आई एम सेइंग आई डोंट नो व्हाई ही इज देयर इन द स्क्वाड, बट यू पिक्ड हिम ऑफ कोर्स। अगर वो स्क्वाड में है तो आपको आपको उनको खिलाना पड़ेगा ही। चाहर, अर्शदीप, सिराज, मुकेश, आई वुड ड्रॉप मुकेश, आई डोंट लाइक मुकेश, मुकेश में कुछ खास नहीं लगा मुझे। शुभम, ऑन द टॉपिक ऑफ चैंपियंस ट्रॉफी, चांस ऑफ इट बीइंग हाइब्रिड, बहुत बहुत चांस। देखिए, चैंपियंस ट्रॉफी पाकिस्तान के बगैर हो सकता है, चैंपियंस ट्रॉफी इंडिया के बगैर नहीं हो सकता है। Ravishankar saying, your thoughts on Rohit Sharma captaincy till today? From when he first started, poor in T20s, progressively better in one days, and just not enough of a sample size. I think Ravi Shankar, if you look at his captaincy outside of India, I think he's just captained in all of 2 or 3 test matches because he's injured and he's often been rested. I don't have the stats off the top of my head, Ravi Shankar, but I think it's like 90% of his test matches have come in India, and I believe two in the West Indies and one in England. So the sample size is just too far. If you want me to give him combined across 3 formats, I would give him 7 on 10. Yeah. Is there 3 match test series? No, 2 test matches. Atul Kere, I don't trust these selectors and management. They will select players on IPL form. Could even drop the likes of Jaiswal, Rinku, and select Jadeja. Bilkul. Anything is possible. That's my concern. Abhishek is saying, do you see Chahar playing in this series? Look, I think Chahar has been called back. Again, let me just remind you all. Deepak Chahar has not played a match for India since October 4th, 2022. That means he's been out of the team for well over a year. He doesn't have much. He got a 6 wicket haul recently in the Vijay Hazare. But again, we're talking about a supremely talented swing bowler. He's done amazing things. He's got like a 5 or 6 wicket haul in T20s. He's an all rounder. He scored runs. But unfortunately, like Washington Sundar, Deepak Chahar falls in that category where every 4 or 5 matches the guy gets injured. So वो लंबी रेस के घोड़े तो है ही नहीं. इनके पूरे career में domestic, IPL, India, briefly white ball cricket, the pattern of getting injured after 4 or 5 matches is just it's too difficult to ignore. Now, Bhuvneshwar Kumar जैसे एक swing bowler आपको चाहिए क्योंकि बुमराह, सिराज, अर्शदीप, they all bowl a different way. This is an out and out, बेशक pace कम हो, this is an out and out swing bowler. So you do need a swing bowler. But I just don't think Deepak Chahar is going to be picked more on a case by case basis and anything else. He probably should, in theory, given his skill set, go to the T20 World Cup. But again, because I've seen him break down literally every 4 or 5 matches, I don't know what his physical status will be when the IPL starts, because he'll play for India, he'll come back, he'll play domestic IPL. I would love to see him go, but if you're going back to a bowler who's not played for over a year, are you actually planning for the future? Call me old fashioned, call me cynical, but I would say no. Manish keh rahe hain, cricket with Jamie. That's 2 for cricket with Jamie. Swapna, I just don't understand why it's so hard for BCCI to make separate squads and leadership for different formats, despite India having such a huge pool of talented players. Yep, I don't know. I honestly don't have an accurate answer for you, my friend. It's a tricky one. Um, I get it, and I've said it many times in the last 18 months. When Virat Kohli was forced out of one format, when he retired from one format, they probably looked around the dressing room and said, "भाई देखो, अगले 18 महीने में एक T20 World Cup है, एक WTC final है, एक One Day World Cup है, एक Asia Cup है. Who's the best person to lead?" And they said Rohit Sharma. But I believe Rohit Sharma was just a stopgap captain. It's really, and मैं बहुत बार कह चुका हूं मैं. You guys know it, my loyal viewers. It was too much to expect Rohit Sharma being the most important player in the team after being the captain, being a 3 format opener. Too much to expect him to give you runs across 3 formats and to lead the team to 3 titles. Hats off to him that he revamped his batting in one day cricket this year. We saw the results in the Asia Cup. We saw the results in the World Cup. The team did win the Asia Cup. The team did get to the final of the WTC. They did get to the final of the One Day World Cup. So there's a significant improvement in Rohit Sharma. But you cannot have one person, to my mind, in the high pressure environment of Indian cricket, the most toughest cricket situation ever. You cannot have one person leading in 3 formats, especially when that person is 36 years old. You need to divide the test captaincy and the white ball captaincy. You've been saying it, Swapnil. I've been saying it for months. But we all know कि BCCI ऐसे नहीं सोचती. Shreyans कह रहे हैं, I don't think captain can do much. Babar was let down by his team and he couldn't do much about it. England was let down by the entire team. सही है. Quick jam. See, jam का क्या है? Jam could be anyone. I would like my name to be there. This is why I like cricket with Jamie. Quick jam, it could be anyone. Jam is not just, yes, it's obviously half of my name, लेकिन वो पूरी तरीके से unique नहीं है. Cricket wisdom. Is that a word? Wisdom? Jamie भाई, मैं टूट गया हूं वर्ल्ड कप के बाद से. नो क्रिकेट ओनली फोकस इन करियर. पहले कुछ बन जाओ. बिल्कुल सही कह रहे हो आप. सही फोकस. Sir, thanks for your comment. Sir, do you think KL Rahul, Mohammad Shami should be in T20 World Cup? No. नोप नोप नोप। शामी कब खेला T20 मैच? हो गया यार, साल से ऊपर हो गया। धर्मेश, हाय जेमी, डू यू थिंक इंडिया शुड सेंड अ कंप्लीट यंग टीम? बिल्कुल भाई, मैं पूरे पिछले 10 दिन से यही कह रहा हूँ, यही कह रहा हूँ, बिल्कुल बिल्कुल बिल्कुल। योर थॉट्स ऑफ रजत मजेदार, गुड फॉर हिम, बट वही होगा, ये इनका तीसरा चौथा सिलेक्शन है, एक भी मैच नहीं खेलेंगे, क्या फायदा? After Rohit, who can captain? Gill or Shreyas? Both. I've said both. I believe they should start with Shreyas and give Gill the vice captaincy. And these guys are going to be playing for the next 10 years. So, Zarur. Quick jam. I know, I get the hook, but jam, but then jam sounds, cheesy. Like it should be, if you're going jam, दो लेटर डाल दो, आई तो डालना है, because then you could, अच्छा Jamie, हाँ Jamie Alter, हाँ, if you put jam it could be Jamshed, it could be, I don't know, it could be many names. I think let's stick with the crick part, but let's add the I. It's just two letters here. But thank you for your ideas. Nimesh Pandey, I think sponsorship is the reason why they don't want to separate player. Pata nahi, possible. Akanksha is back. What do you think? Pujara, Sir, and Nahani don't deserve a diamond test match. Um, I don't think it's shameless. It's just the modern days, Pujara and Rahane should not have been recalled for the WTC final. मैं कह चुका हूं. It was always going to be just a one match selection. I get your, मैं आपके जज्बात से सहमत हूं कि ऐसे बड़े players को एक farewell match चाहिए, but we cannot expect it from this BCCI. नहीं. Shubhajit कह रहे हैं, given the T20 series is going to play in the West Indies, known for having slow pitches, we're missing a quality off spinner in our current squad. Washington Sundar is yet to prove himself. Correct, but there are no off spinners in domestic cricket, so वो भी मुश्किल है। अक्षय कुमार कह रहे हैं बीसीसीआई संजू सैमसन के साथ टॉम एंड जेरी का गेम खेल रही है, सही बात है। Jamie's cricket corner, which you're literally sitting at looking at your. That's a good one. I like that also. Jamie's cricket corner. Nice, Shubham. Thank you. Thank you. Cricket alter. It's also not bad. Kostab कह रहे हैं, sir, why BCCI always reward mediocrity as considering KL for captaincy in ODIs again? I don't know. I really don't know which person inside the BCCI thinks that KL Rahul is captaincy leadership. I want to meet these people. Cricket jazz. यार जैज पता नहीं, जैज मुझे थोड़ा और लगता है, हम मुझे जैज में कोई शौक नहीं है, एंड जैज एंड क्रिकेट डोंट गो टुगेदर, बट थैंक यू। Ultra Vision sounds like a sounds like a company that makes specs and glasses or something, or maybe some computer software company. Pandya fit Rinku Jinesh, you mean Jitesh, and Akshay should be India's 4, 5, 6, 7 with four bowlers, out of which two can bat and three batsmen, at least one can bowl India's T20. Not bad. Cricket with the alters. Thoda confusing, but I get the sentiments. I just like cricket. I like that cricket with Jamie. It's to the point. ये बंदा क्रिकेट जानता है, 18 साल से क्रिकेट पत्रकार बना है, अब थोड़ा यूट्यूब पे आता है, इसका नाम भी जेमी है. I think cricket with Jamie is simple. I'm gonna consider it strongest. But anyways, guys, gotta run. Like I said, I gotta prepare for this audition. It's for an upcoming movie. It's actually a good role. Of course, I can't talk about it, but let's hope I get it. आपकी दुआएं चाहिए. I saw you perform as an actor in web series. So are you still working? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I've got a lot of projects. This is why this look. During the IPL, I shot an ad, a film, and two web series, which is why and they all oddly enough had the same look. अगर आप जानते नहीं तो normally I keep a beard, but that's why I was missing for a few days. And I'm going tomorrow to Bombay to shoot for another web series. And then Tuesday, the 5th of December, is the premiere of my next film by Zoya Akhtar called The Archie. So thank you, ET. Thank you all. Guys, I gotta go. Thank you for watching, for commenting, for sharing. Thank you for your suggestions about my channel name. If you're new here, please like, share, subscribe. I'm going tomorrow and then I'm back on the 7th. I probably won't do a video for 5 days because I'll be shooting a web series. And then, like I said, the Archie's premiere. अगर कुछ बड़ा होता है, अगर कोई बड़ी खबर निकलती है, तो हो सके मैं होटल से कुछ लाइव स्ट्रीम करूं. But otherwise, probably not going to see me for the next 3-4 days. Anyways, love you all. Take care. Jai Hind.